Time now for a look at some of our viewer-submitted photos.
Emily Griffin has some of her favorites.
Send it to 7. Pics of the Week. Sponsored by Foy Agency.
We're at the tail end of summer and it's making for some beautiful sunrises. Here's one from the Thousand Islands Bridge by Greg Stephens. And here's another at Black Lake as Rose Bouchy watches the boaters. A barred owl likely enjoys the cooler night temperatures. Robin Harris saw this one in Ogdensburg. This past weekend was the annual Cream Cheese Festival in Lowville. Here's one fan jamming out to the band Tough Luck. And here's little Braylee enjoying a foam machine that was at the fest as well. Congratulations to Colin Charleboy, who won Fight of the Night at the Carmen Basilio Classic Boxing Tournament. Mel Busler slipping in for a photo. And as a reminder, the leaves are changing, so we're looking for fall foliage. As you see it, snap a pic and send it to 7. Emily Griffin, 7 News.